Hello. So Gabby asked, why do me and the cat electrocute each other when we touch? So that's due to something called static electricity. So if you look at a material really, really closely, so like anything like a table or some water or anything like this, if you look really, 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 really closely, it's made of atoms, and these atoms are so small you cannot even see them with a microscope. You need other special laboratory equipment to be able to detect that they're there. But yeah, so all materials are made up of lots and lots and lots of these extremely small things called atoms. So if you look at an atom, one atom, it's made up of various different components, and inside an atom there is electrons, neutrons and protons. Electrons have a negative charge and protons have a positive charge, and normally the number of protons is the same as the number of electrons, meaning that the total charge is zero, so it doesn't have a positive charge or a negative charge, and that's the sort of normal condition for most materials. But some materials, they want to lose electrons, which means that they become positively charged, and then the other materials, they actually want to take electrons and become, so they have more electrons and become negatively charged. Some examples of these materials, things like hair, skin and glass, they want to lose electrons, whereas things like plastic or balloons or a comb or nylon clothes, they want to take up electrons. So what happens is if you get two of those materials and rub them together, so let's say some hair and a comb, so like when you comb your hair, you'll find that the hair becomes positively charged, like the one at the bottom, and the comb becomes negatively charged, like the one at the top. And this charge stays in the material. So, and that's a type of electricity, but it's electricity that's not moving, so it's called static electricity. And then that electricity is sort of stored and charged up in your hair, or or it can be in your body, or in your cat, for example. So that charge is stored, and then when you come into contact with one another, what can happen is you get a spark between you and the cat, and that's because of the static electricity being transmitted from one of the materials to the other to reset the charge back at zero. So how do you stop these sparks from happening? So you either need to avoid charging up in the first place, so if you wear cotton, for example, rather than polyester clothes, that's one way that would stop you getting this static electricity build up. And another thing you can do is if the air around you is humid or wet, this will actually take the charge away from you all the time. So the water in the air will actually discharge your skin or your hair over time as well. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If you've got any more questions or anything else you want explaining, just send me a message and I'll make another video. Thanks.